Alright, this is going to be a video response to DLB1752. He made a video about the Windows 7 CES. They did a demo of it, not at CES, but there's this video right here. As you can see, my mouse going nuts over it. And so he watched the same video and said his points. So I guess we're going to do kind of the same thing. So if you haven't seen his video, go ahead, hit pause now. Just pausing that nice little thing. And go watch his video and then watch this one. So here we go. I'm just going to get right into it. An intro here.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Jones. I'm a group product manager with Microsoft.
Yo.
And I'm going to show you some of my favorite things about the Windows 7 beta. We've done some pretty innovative, fun stuff with Windows 7, but we've also really tried to nail the basics. Notice the fast resume time on this laptop. You want your PC to be responsive, so we're really trying hard to give that to you with Windows 7.
Okay, like DLB said, his PowerBook that he has is 3 years old, and it does the same exact thing. So, and what he was on in his video, a lot of it was that they're taking technology that's been around for a long time on the Mac side, and they're incorporating it now. And like, there's this whole argument like operating systems have to copy each other to get ideas. Yes, but they should also innovate them, not just steal like Microsoft does mostly. And again, like he said in his video, again, this isn't a bash video. I'm just putting my thoughts out there. And so basically, like with this laptop opening up, Macs have done that for how many years now, and Microsoft is just now getting around to it. So I don't know. They have delayed times on their technology. Like they should have incorporated this into Vista. They should have made it a lot faster if they wanted to keep up with the next generation, I guess, of computers.
Does this cluttered laptop look at all familiar? Yeah, it looks like mine too. So we know that the average consumer has between 5 and 15 windows open at any given time.
Yeah.
So with Windows 7,
Probably.
we make it easier for you to move between them on the taskbar. I have multiple Internet Explorer 8 windows open right now.
She's stupid for that because you could just open tabs, but anyway.
So notice that I can view my sites here, and I can also select and go there.
I'm going to back up just a little bit. Oh, here it is right here. That little transparency feature, I think that's kind of cool. I mean, you can just, like, if you want to have a file on your desktop, you want to make sure it's there, and you have a whole bunch of windows open, you can, I guess, click a button and all your windows go transparent. I mean, it's kind of cool, but even on Vista, there's a thing in the taskbar that says Show Desktop, and that's all you have to do. But if you just want your windows to go away fast and then come back fast, I guess that's a cool way to do it.
It's quick and easy from preview. When I want to clear the clutter, I can actually hover down in the lower right. Do you see that? I can peek through my documents and applications so I can see the gadgets on my desktop. And then if I actually want to clear those programs and go to the desktop, I just click right there.
That's nothing new, like I just said. You could always clear your desktop like that. But again, the transparent feature is kind of cool. And also, she said about the gadgets on the desktop, you could do that in Vista too. They didn't have to be on the sidebar. By default, they were. But if you take them, you could drag them out anywhere on the desktop that you want. So I know that wasn't her main point there, but there are some articles online about how you can do that and how it's such a new feature and it's not. So just putting that out there.
These intuitive navigational elements help you move around your PC quicker. I actually pin applications that I use a lot to the taskbar so I can access them.
We've been able to do that since like Windows 95. That's nothing new. Just dragging a shortcut into the taskbar. That's nothing new at all.
Quickly. Notice I could place this anywhere on the taskbar. And
Revolutionary. Wow. Amazing.
now with one click, I can open the application. But it's
You could always open an application with one click. That's nothing new. They keep repeating themselves. That's probably like my third time saying that. It's nothing new, and she's treating it like it's amazing. Like if we were back in 1995 when Windows 95 came out and we had the start menu and everything, that's different. But this is what 14 years later. Come on now.
it shows up on my taskbar even if it's not running. So we know that users commonly compare two documents or sites. So one of the really cool things we put in Windows 7 is something we call Snap To. So you just take two windows that you might be comparing, snap one to the right half and one to the left half of the screen, and they're both in focus view. This is something users do all the time, and we've been...
See, I don't know if I really like this feature or not. I mean, it is definitely new. They didn't have this in OS 10. So like David Banther said, I give them props for doing something new, actually innovating something. So that's good. But however, I don't think I'd really use this. If you look back at my Windows 7 review video where I actually used it a little bit, I think it's the first time I used it, I thought it was a mistake. Like I thought I maximized it when I shouldn't have, because I had a few windows open and I dragged it up to the top, and I noticed the whole window maximized, and I was like, okay. So then I don't know, it was just a mess. And so if you don't like, you have to play around with it before you realize what it is. And so if you just move your window up to the top, it doesn't do anything. But once your cursor touches the outside of the screen, then that's when it snaps. So I mean, for comparing two websites, it would work great. I mean, like you can compare two cameras like what's in the video example here. Let's see if I can, like right there. But I mean, for anything else, I don't think it'd really be that useful. I mean, the only thing I could really see me using that with is internet. So I don't know, maybe a few other things, but I don't want to get too in depth in this video.
Made it a lot easier with Windows 7. Pinning things to the taskbar makes it easy to launch them, but we also created something called jump lists to help you jump straight to a specific place within a program. So I can get my most recently played music on the Windows Media Player jump list, or one-click access to my recent documents on the Word jump list, and my Messenger jump list gives me quick access to things I do commonly at Messenger.
It's kind of a cool feature. I mean, they sort of had things related to that. Like I have iChat open, and if I go here and right-click, I can change my status and do all that kind of stuff. But it's not really exactly the same, so I guess I'll give Microsoft credit here as well.
Now I don't have to hunt all over for the things I just did or used. I can get them started quickly again with 2 clicks. So these are some of the small but really powerful features.
Like she said, they're small features. I wouldn't call them very powerful because of all the people that got so frustrated with Vista, some enough to switch to OS 10. Those little features aren't going to bring them back over to Windows. They need something truly revolutionary to be able to get all those users that they lost back. It's not very often you hear of a Mac OS 10 user that switched from Windows going back to Windows, because the features in OS 10 really are ahead. I mean, this is a completely different topic, like the iPhone. It really is ahead of the other phones on the market. It may seem overpriced now, but once you hold it in your hands and really use it, then you will definitely see what we all mean. So it kind of applies the same here, because even like the laptop, the opening and closing, and the sleep analogy, not really analogy, but you know what I mean. That feature that's been out on OS 10 for how many years? They're just behind overall in the technology world, and yet they still have a whole bunch of followers. I don't really get it. But overall, I think Windows 7, it will definitely be better than Vista. There's no argument there. But for how big of a flaw Vista really was, they really need more to get users to go, wow, instead of just, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I mean, that's what Mac does a lot, is the users say, wow, I've never seen that before. That's really cool, I want to try it. And they go out and try it. But with those, it's just kind of like, that's a cool thing, I guess. So, I don't know. That's just my quick thoughts. So, post a video response, comment, whatever. And no hate from the PC boys, whatever. I don't care. I'll just delete it. So, rate, whatever. Twitter, you know. Thanks.